Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The show is about to begin, so please, hold any wheeze you have. You've missed your chance. Then again, you're not actually here, are you? So I wouldn't know any better. Leave your phones on loud, bring recording equipment, go to the loo when you like. What can we do about it? Go crazy. Oh, but one thing, and this is actually very important, so please, above all else, and I cannot stress the importance of this enough, would you all please, for the love of God...
This is a robbery! Sit down, shut up, and we'll get on just fine. We'll break these rules and you'll find me less than kind. I don't wanna hurt you, don't wanna show you what I can do, but I will if you don't stay still, cause this is a robbery.
If you think of running for the door, I'll have to tell you that decision would be very poor. I'm not a violent guy, I don't want to make you cry, so take a breath and think of just fine. But this is a robbery. You're a hostage now, don't think of running away. Now that we're here, we are here to stay, so make sure that you obey. But this is a robbery.
What was that?
What?
Those weren't the lyrics we agreed on.
I thought they needed some adjusting. They were a little too violent for my taste.
But take a deep breath, you'll be fine.
What's wrong with that?
We're not yoga instructors, Bradley. We're robbers.
Now listen here, young lady. I've been doing this for a while now, and... Oh, wait, it's Matthew and Casey's verse.
Well, glad you could join us for this ride.
Where is Casey?
I think she's still in the van. We're here to say one thing. What the fuck are Casey's lines? And don't forget it, you'll regret it. Yeah, cause this is a robbery.
Well, that was comprehensive.
I'm sure they'll be too scared to forget it.
Shut up.
Sit down, shut up, and we'll get on just fine.
Scotty, those aren't your lyrics.
Shit! What the fuck are my lines? I'm not a violent guy. I am a violent guy.
Sir.
Can I start again if that's okay?
No!
This is a robbery.
You're a hostage now.
Don't think of running away. Now that we're here, we are here to stay. So make sure that you obey. Cause this is a robbery.
You sure about this, Bradley?
Yeah, it'll be great.
You don't think it makes me look like I'm trying too hard?
No, not at all. You know, I used it in the big robbery of '95 with old Big Billy the Psycho, and it worked a treat.
Right.
Let's get things straight so we're all on the same page. I'll take center stage so it's easy to engage with what I am saying, relaying, conveying to you and your shivering limbs. We're not here to hurt you, just want the money, not being funny. Swear you can trust me. I foresee no tricky that you will be free when we get what we came for. No people can be sure that there's no diesel, but you are pure. You're free from here if you make sure you're not a pest. We'll do the rest, but it has to be stressed. My friend, it's a pass.
Casey's not
What do you
here.
mean she's not here?
In the van.
That wasn't the plan. I don't know what she said.
Well, just make it up.
You just reached the end of her verse. Thought you should know.
Shit! Cause this is a robbery. I'm here.
Missed it.
Breaking news. I'm afraid I must interrupt this musical to issue a breaking news bulletin. A robbery is currently in progress at Garfunkel's bank downtown. Early reports warned that at least 2 masked figures were seen entering the bank at 1000 hours, with masks, guns, and a catchy opening number. The police are not yet aware of the robbery and have not been called to the scene, as someone has disabled the bank's alarm systems. Tensions will no doubt be running high, as local police chief Angela Garfunkel is one of the largest stakeholders in the bank itself. That's an important detail worth remembering for later. Members of the press have, however, begun to arrive at the scene and are on call in the case of any big dance numbers, or indeed to provide some much-needed exposition to the audience. More on this as it unfolds.
Nobody try anything stupid.
Where is all the money? Ooh, a bell.
is your account number.
My what?
If you are looking to make a withdrawal, I shall need your name, your date of birth, your address, and your account number.
I don't have an account number.
Oh, well, would you like to open an account?
No, I don't want to open an account.
Well, if you would like to take out any sum of money and you don't have an account with us, all I can offer you is one of our loan schemes. We can offer you mortgages, fixed rate loans, flexi pay personal loans, premium secured loans, dual rate couples loans, a bi-monthly or up premium fixed rate flexi pay bi-monthly dual rate mortgage.
Ooh, could you tell me more about the bi-monthly dual rate couples loan? I've shared ownership of my property with my cat, and recently
Casey, we are robbing the bank.
I know, I'm just killing two birds with one stone.
Unbelievable.
Casey, darling, would you come over here for a moment and keep an eye on these lovely people? Juliana, where can we find the vault?
The vault's in the back, down the corridor and behind the counter.
You traitor! How could you? Oh, you're with them, aren't you? We trusted you, Juliana Robinson. Your role here was to detail a wide range of devious loan schemes and help rip off customers with a smile, with strictly no bank robbing.
It's just down that way. I've disabled the alarms and turned off the cameras, so you should have no trouble. Apart from two bolt guards.
You disgust me!
What's next, boss?
Well, Scotty, what we need to do is follow my intrinsic, incredibly important plan, which we were all briefed on last night and should know inside out. What's the next stage of the plan?
Matt and Scotty guard the hostages, while the rest of us go to the vault.
Right. Rightio. Right-a-rooney. Right-a-mundo.
We need to get on with this before we start to attract unwanted attention. Scotty, would you stop stuffing your face for 5 minutes? Sorry.
Hey, you know he gets snacky when he's nervous.
I can't be expected to work under these conditions.
Let's all calm down. I'm sure those two know what they're doing.
So what I'm saying is, in order to best coordinate the whole team and lead this heist properly, it makes more sense for me to stay at the front of the bank with the hostages and leave the vault and the vault guards to you. You could take Matt.
Are you sure, boss? We might need you.
Oh, no. I'm sure you'll be all right. And besides, doesn't it make more sense to keep the two most important members of the team separate to make sure everything goes smoothly?
Oh, of course, boss, you're absolutely right. Crikey, I wish I was as clever as you.
Oh, don't be like that, old chum. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Welcome back. The situation at Garfunkel's bank is intensifying as the suspects have allegedly begun taking hostages. We are going live now to our correspondent Laura Copperberg, who I believe has arrived at the bank. Laura.
Thank you, Sam. I am indeed at Garfunkel's bank, but there has been a slight complication. I can confirm that at this time I have been taken hostage by a group of bank robbers who have so far done little more than snack, squabble and sing. I am one of several hostages who have now...
Excuse me? I don't think you're allowed to do that.
This is live footage of one of the robbers. As you can see, they are very aggressively restraining and intimidating hostages.
Could you please put your phone away? Bradley! Help!
Bringing you the very latest on this robbery from the front lines, this is Laura Copperberg. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Laura. That was Laura Copperberg inside Garfunkel's bank. As you can see, a group of bank robbers has taken control of the bank, and we have even received reports that it was undercover bank employee Juliana Robinson who severed the bank's alarms and cameras. However, despite Juliana's efforts, we still understand that the police have been made aware of the situation and have dispatched 2 officers, Sergeants Bobby and Bobbi, to foil the robbery. Stay tuned to find out more.
All I'm saying is that this represents a big opportunity for me. If I do well with this, it could really help me get my recommendation letters, you know, so I can make detective.
No chance.
What?
I said no chance.
No, I know what you said. I mean, I just can't believe you don't believe in me. You're just jealous that they chose me as lead hostage negotiator and not you.
No, I'm glad they chose you. I don't want to be responsible when this all goes sideways.
Well, what makes you think this will all go wrong?
Let's just think of all the cases we've worked on together.
And?
Well, we had the swimming pool that caught fire, the surveillance business that was robbed, the self-defense coach who was assaulted, the stripper who was...
All right! All right. I see your point.
Honestly, after all the nightmares we've had, sometimes I just wish I'd pursued my dream and opened up a bakery.
But this time it's going to be different. Believe me. I've got everything under control.
What's the ETA on the bank then?
What?
ETA? Estimated time of arrival? God, did you actually sit the exams in the academy?
All right. We should be there in about 20 minutes. Yeah.
Assuming your stupid car doesn't break down. When was the last time you took it for an MOT?
Where?
OMG, Bobby, if we're late to the scene. If the IOs are MIA, it will be you explaining to the CO, and likely MC and RHD, why your inability to take your SUV for an MOT meant that a routine 211 or even a 207 turned into a 187, aka you'll be AWOL or even RIP.
Of course, my SUV has had its MOT. I even read the MOT FAQs because of my OCD. Actually, I had to take it back to the mechanics because my SUV DNF'd the BYOB, and I actually got quite close to the mechanic at the RAC, rolled a BOP, the results were TBC, and asked me to RSVP as BYOB BOP.
Well, F you, SOB, because FYI,
I'm in. This is Police Chief Garfunkel. Who do I have the misfortune of addressing?
Sergeant Bobby.
Bobby.
Are you both called Bobby?
Yes, Chief. Yes.
Well, how on earth am I supposed to know which is which?
Well, that's easy, you see. I'm Bobby with a Y, you see, whereas my partner Bobby is Bobby with an I.
But how do I know which one I'm talking to?
Oh, you can look in the script.
Who said that?
Sergeant Bobby, ma'am.
But which? You know what? It doesn't matter. It was simply my desire to inform you that should a single penny go missing from my bank, I shall personally terminate your meagre, unimpressive, undistinguished policing careers before using my considerable wealth to employ an individual with the sole express purpose of making your lives a living hell.
Oh, well, I understand, Chief, and that's why
I mean it, Bobby. I am holding you personally responsible for that bank and its contents.
Well, yes, of course, Chief. Don't worry. I know exactly what to do.
You had better.
Shit, Bobby. I've got no idea what to do.
Oh, Bobby. It sounds to me like you're FUCKED.
Right. We have 2 security guards, 3 bank employees, 2 customers, and 1 old lady.
Oi!
Who are you calling old?
Mum?
Scotty?
Yes, it's me, Mummy.
Scotty Fleck, I knew you'd been up to no good recently. All those late nights when you would come home all jittery and breathless, all the cuts and bruises, not to mention all the weight that you've been putting on. You've been stress eating again, haven't you? And I thought it was my cooking, you very naughty boy.
I know, I'm sorry, Mummy, I just...
And you'd better not have got your little sister wrapped up in all of this.
Well...
Scotty, is this really your mother?
Yes, it is. And we need to let her go right now.
Well, I'm sorry, Scotty, but we can't do that.
Why not? She's my mum.
Yes, have some mercy on this poor, innocent, very old lady.
We can't do that because if we let a hostage go this early, then we'll look weak.
I don't think you're in any danger of looking strong.
Watch it.
Well, they won't blame me for letting my own mum go. That's not weak.
But they won't know she's your mum. We'll just look soft for letting an old lady go.
Ooh, hello.
What if we let her go and then explain that she's my mum?
Because then they'll know who you are, Scotty.
No, they won't. I'll wear my mask.
Unbelievable.
Scotty, look. We can't...
No. Let him go, Georgia. And then leave them more money for the rest of us.
You know what? I'm actually not in any hurry to go.
What?
Back off, Juliana. Scotty and Casey deserve their cut as much as the rest of us.
Not if they're going to risk the entire score. I need that money, Georgia. And I'm not going to prison because Scotty couldn't hold his mum hostage.
Georgia.
No one is risking anything. We have a plan and we're going to stick to it.
Ladies, I really don't want to cause any trouble.
Good, because you're staying right where you are.
Georgia.
Oh, what is it, Scotty?
Please, can we let her go? Please.
Attention, bank robbers. That's right. Please be advised that the bank has been surrounded. Could you please send out a representative so that we can negotiate the release of the hostages and stop anyone getting hurt again?
Welcome back. There has been a further development at the bank robbery in progress downtown. The police have now arrived at the scene and begun to disarm the situation. We have also learned that poor Greta Fleck has been trapped in the bank that her own children are robbing. I can already hear Jeremy Kyle jumping for joy. Now, we're going to roll back the clock and see how events unfolded in the bank's vault room while we were busy with Georgia and the guys at the front of the bank. Now, if we had a larger budget, we'd probably have some fancy rewind effect. Instead, we have this.
I'm bored.
Yeah, I know you're bored. You've told me you're bored about a bloody 100 times.
Oh. Have I?
Yes.
Right. I'm sorry. I am bored though.
Sandra, will you please shut up?
Yeah, right you are. Sorry. Are you bored?
No, I'm not bored. I'm just doing my job, the same job as you, the same job we've both been doing for 2.5 years by now. So no, I'm not bored. I have learned that being a guard is about standing still and doing nothing for a long time. And if that was boring to me, I would have quit a long time ago.
So you're not bored then?
No.
Not even a little bit?
No.
Not even a teeny weeny, tiny whiny, incy wincy little bit?
Oh right, that's it. I'm gonna stamp on your foot.
Really? That's the best you can do?
Yes, no, yes, yeah, I'm gonna stamp.
Hi guys, sorry to interrupt.
You lucky bastard.
I'm sorry?
Don't mind him. You're the new girl, aren't you?
Yeah, that's me.
How can we help?
Well, management asked me to take away your guns for inspection.
Oh, right, no problem. I'll
Hang on a minute. How come you're not wearing your uniform?
I was promoted.
Oh, yeah? What to?
Weapons inspector. Thank you. Okay, guys, come on in. It's clear.
Oh, how did we not see that coming?
Excellent work, Juliana. I knew we could count on you. Now, could you and Matt escort these two outside with the rest of the hostages while Casey and I take a look at this vault?
Sure. As long as you think you can handle it on your own. Come on, Craig.
You'll never get in there. It's state of the art, and we'll both die before we... Hang on a minute. Wait. What are you doing?
Shut up and come with me.
Are you sure you don't want me to stick around?
No, thank you. I believe we should be fine, Matthew. All we've got to do is break into a high-tech, top-security vault. I can't imagine we'll have much trouble.
All right, then. I'll just get this one out of the way.
No, please, I don't want any trouble.
Come on, let's go.
No, please don't hurt me. I can help you. I can help you.
Matthew, why would you do that? She could have been useful.
Didn't mean to do it. She was trying to get away. She tripped. It was an accident.
Said she could help us.
I'm sorry. She was probably lying anyway. I think she was just scared.
How could you know?
Look, never mind this now. We'll find another way in. Matthew, you'd better get her out of here.
Right, sure thing.
Now, Casey, what are your thoughts on this vault? Now, it appears to be a cast iron door operated by some coded electronic keypad.
Well, it's certainly very big and impressive. How do you plan on getting in there?
What?
I was just wondering how you're going to get it open.
Casey, it's your job to open the door.
Me? You must be having a laugh.
Casey, you told Scotty you could crack any safe in the world, that a vault door would be no problem for you.
Well, everyone lies on their CV. I'm sure you probably would have done the same.
Not if I hadn't done it. Oh. Casey, do you actually have any lock-picking experience at all?
I watched a YouTube video on it once.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bradley. I just really wanted to be a part of the crew.
We relied on you, Casey. Everyone in this crew has a role to play, and yours was to open the vault door. You can't just lie about your skill, Casey, no matter how much you want to be part of the crew. Us bank robbers, we've got a code, and you've broken it. You see, any decent operation has to follow regulation, for every crew is built upon the code. So when your head is filled with doubt, don't raise your voice or shout, just remember that you always have the code. And so I tell you, listen here, there's only one thing that I feel. It makes my stomach tremble, makes my courage disappear, and so for all our sakes, it's make or break. This job could never take a code breaker.
I'm really sorry, Bradley. I didn't know about any code.
Was there anything in that video you watched that might be slightly useful?
Not really. It taught me to open small safes and certain types of doors with these.
Oh.
What about you, though?
What do you mean?
Well, you've got all this experience. I bet you've seen plenty of vault doors like this.
Well, of course I have, but that's not the point. I wouldn't know how to break the code on that door because that's not my role. What we need is a code breaker.
Eh?
If we want to get the money, then I'm not trying to be funny. We need to get inside the vault, and so we break the code. The code breaker is a vital part of any crew. He's at the heart, because he is the one that breaks the code. And so, my girl, it's clear to see the woman you were meant to be is a vital crew component that we need this very moment. So although you're fake, do not forsake a capacity to make a code breaker.
I'm confused.
Whatever do you mean?
Well, first you said you hated code breakers, and now you say you need a code breaker, and I'm a code breaker, but I'm not a code breaker, and I don't get any of it. And I really wish that...
Calm down, my dear. Let me put it like this.
You were supposed to break the code as the code breaker on the crew, but you broke the code you shouldn't break. That simply will not do. Need a code breaker, not a code breaker. The difference could not be clearer. You need to break the code, but keep the code intact. The pack must not be cracked, and you'll be smacked if you don't break the code. You see, it's very simple. Break the code, but not the code you've got to break to be a breaker on a crew. You must break what must be broken. Always do as you are told. And so here's some wisdom as a token. Never, ever, ever, ever break the code.
Oh, I see.
You do?
Oh, yes, I do.
I've got to break into this vault so I don't break the robber's code. So to save the code from breaking, I have to break the code. I know that I should be ashamed, but now it's crystal clear and framed that to save the code, I've got to break the code.
She gets it. She finally gets it. She gets it finally.
Now I know what's expected of me.
It took some time, but now we finally understand the task assigned. You mustn't break the code, but break the code. And now we've reached the end, my friend, but just in case you've lost your place, you must never,
but always break the code.
It looks to me as though this vault requires a 5-digit code.
Okay, right. Hey, Juliana said they go into the vault at least twice a day, right?
Yes.
So over all that time, they've probably pressed the keypad a lot, right?
Well, yes, of course they would have.
Okay, right. Well, I saw a movie once where you look at the keypad and see if you can tell which numbers have been pressed. Then you can work out which the code is.
That actually might work.
Right? So, I think the 0, 1, 2, 4, and 6 have been pressed the most. So, the code must be 0, 1, 2, 4, 6.
No, not necessarily. It could be any combination of those numbers.
Well, let's just try every combination. There's only so many it can be.
No, hold on, Casey.
I'll start with 0, 1, 2, 4, 6.
No, wait. What if...
Access denied. You have inputted an incorrect code. If you are attempting to rob this bank, you are a fucking lobotomized shitlark and a steaming, stinking shit sliding around the revolting toilet of criminal activity. If you have simply inputted an incorrect code by mistake, you are a fucking brainless imbecile and a wank stain on the mattress of humanity. You are reminded that if 3 incorrect codes are entered, the contents of the vault will be incinerated as a precaution. Have a nice day.
That was very rude.
What are we going to do, Casey? Oh, even though we have narrowed down the code to 5 numbers, there are more than 2 other possible combinations, and we can't risk incinerating all the money.
Well, I suggest...
Attention, bank robbers. That's right. Please be advised that the bank has been surrounded. Could you please send out a representative so that we can negotiate the release of the hostages and stop anyone getting hurt? Thank you.
Shit! Georgia, what's going on here?
Casey?
Mum?
And what's all this?
Casey and Scotty's mum is one of the hostages.
What?
The whole Fleck family are here.
Weird flex, but okay.
You told me she wasn't involved. And you! How many times have I told you not to let your brother get you wrapped up in these things?
Sorry, Mum.
Mum.
And another thing, I cannot be...
Miss Fleck, okay. We're all rather busy.
Sorry, Ms. Fleck?
Sorry?
It's Ms. Fleck. Mr. Fleck is no longer in the picture.
Right.
And where have you been?
Oh, I was just making sure that our...
Be advised, those inside the bank, if you do not come out with your hands up, we will be forced to enter the bank and use lethal force. Lethal! Now please step outside to avoid anyone else getting hurt. Oh, come on, just step outside. Please! Oh, this is all so hopeless. When do we break for lunch? I'm starving. No, I had Chinese the other night. I fancy something else. What? Oh, shit.
Oh, how did this happen? Oh, we're smarter than this. Juliana, didn't you disable all the alarms, or...?
Yes, of course I did, because that was my job. Just like yours was to get the money back from the safe with Casey. Let me guess. Casey managed to lose it on the way here?
Leave Casey out of this. It's not her fault the cops are here.
Guys, let's all just calm down, and I'm sure that we...
It's not her fault. It's theirs.
Now listen here, young lady.
No,
Let me get this right.
Casey, over here. No, no excuse. No, I don't care. It's absolutely not.
Enough! This isn't getting us anywhere. Pack it in, all of you. Right. Bradley, based on your experience, it makes most sense for you to be the negotiator. You know the drill. Meet our demands or we'll start killing hostages, etc., etc.
You cannot kill your mother.
Shut up! You'll be fine. It's a comedy. You will go out and issue our demands to the officers outside. Take Scotty and Juliana with you for protection.
Right, you are, Georgia. What are our demands, exactly?
We're going to need an escape. Matt, what do you need for the get out?
Oh, nothing really. I just need to be able to get us to the van round the corner. Although I only have enough room for us, so we would have to let the hostages go.
Oh, what a shame. Well, this has been fun, guys, but it looks like I'll be off.
Don't even think about it.
Attention! This is your last chance, so come out now with your hands raised, or we will be forced to storm the building. Just come out already, you guys. Come out. I mean, no one gets hurt, and we can all go home. This is your final warning.
Right. I'll go out and buy us some more time.
Wait, Matt.
No, Bradley, let him go. Did you and Casey manage to get that vault open okay?
Casey can't actually pick locks or open vaults.
What?
It's not my fault.
Any decent operator.
I've already done all of that, Georgia. It's fine.
Oh, right. Right. Of course. Did it help?
A little. Well, we need a 5-digit code, and we've managed to narrow the numbers down to 0, 1, 2, 4, and 6. But we don't know the sequence, and if we get it wrong twice more, then all the money will be incinerated.
Right, so we need a route to the van and a way into the safe.
Oh, and food. I'm starving.
Oh yeah, I'd love a Greg's sausage roll.
Really nice.
All right. Van, vault, food. You three had better go out there with Matt and try and negotiate safe passage to the van. Either the codes to the vault or a way in. And try and get them off our backs. Buy us some more time.
Got it, Georgia. Come along, you two.
Right. Casey, I'm going to take a look at this vault. Do you think you can manage looking after these hostages on your own?
You can count on me, Georgia.
What is it, Mum?
I need to answer the call of nature.
How's it going in there?
It's a total shambles. They're all squabbling amongst themselves and not getting anywhere. They haven't even managed to get into the vault yet. They think it is a fail-safe.
Wait a second. We were not told about a fail-safe.
That's because there isn't one. I used a voice modifier and told them there was one to buy some more time. Not that we need it.
And do they suspect anything?
No. As far as I can tell, my cover's fine. And I can't imagine it's in much danger. They're not a very intelligent lot.
What about the hostages?
Oh, yeah, they're all okay. None of them have been badly injured. One of them is actually the...
Everything okay, Matthew?
Yep, all good, boss. We're just telling this pig that we're not going to be surrendering.
Jolly good. Have you managed to mention any of our demands yet?
No, I haven't got round to that bit yet.
Oh, no matter. Hello, officers. How may I help you?
Are you in charge here?
I thought you were.
Well, yes. Yes, I am.
Why did you ask Bradley then?
I meant in charge of you lot. In charge of you lot. I mean, of course, I'm in charge. I'm in charge.
Great start, Bobby.
Well, yes. I suppose I am in charge, actually, officer. How can we help you?
Well, we need you to release your hostages and turn yourselves over immediately. Nobody needs to get hurt.
We'd like you to release the hostages, if you don't mind.
I see. I mean, the trouble is, we've all grown rather fond of them.
You didn't actually think you were going to get away with this, did you?
Well, yes, actually, we did.
We still do.
Yes, in fact, we still do.
Right, listen. We don't want to have to use force, but we will.
I don't think that's necessary. If we calm down
Just
and...
let the hostages go and surrender yourselves. You have absolutely no chance of escape. Nowhere to go. We have the whole area surrounded.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you. I'm always getting knocked about. He hardly notices I'm there most of the time. Wow. You're strong.
Thanks. I always get roped into things like this because I'm big and scary.
You don't seem that scary to me.
Don't you think so?
No. I actually think you seem kind of sweet.
That's what my mum always says.
Now, what would your mum say if she knew what you were up to right now?
Oh, you can ask her if you like. She's in there.
Your mum's robbing the bank as well?
No, nothing like that. She's a hostage.
You're holding your mum hostage?
I wanted to let her go. Honest. Georgia wouldn't let me.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sure she understands. I'm Bobby, by the way.
Scotty.
Now, what's a sweet guy like you doing robbing banks, Scotty? You don't seem like your average criminal.
What makes you say that?
It's probably the chocolate stain on your shirt, to be honest.
Oh no! I just need comfort food when I'm in stressful environments. You're right. I wouldn't usually do this sort of thing. It's just... I don't like to let Bradley down. He's a good man and I really owe him. Big time. When I was younger, much nastier people wanted to use me for their criminal activities. Bradley helped me out of all of that.
He's still a criminal, Scotty.
And so am I, but it's not as black and white as that. Bradley is still a good man. He's never hurt anyone who doesn't deserve it.
You can't just hurt people because you think they deserve it.
At least he only hurts people who deserve it, unlike your boss. How did a pretty girl like you end up working for Garfunkel anyway?
I think I'm pretty.
Well, I... Look, I really like you. Do you want to go for a drink with me when this is all over?
What? No. I mean, yes, I'd love to, but I can't. Look, I don't know what's happening here, but I'm a cop, and that really means a lot to me. And you're literally in the process of robbing a bank owned by my boss.
I know! This is crazy for me too. But don't you think we've got something here? We can't just ignore that because of a few minor details.
The details? We're practically sworn enemies.
Well, so were Romeo and Juliet. They managed to find a way to make it work in the end.
Romeo and Juliet famously die at the end.
Huh? Really? Damn. I never got that far. Well, why don't we just pretend for a moment that we aren't who we are?
We aren't who we are?
Yeah. Just for a moment, forget the minor details and pretend we're just normal people who bumped into each other. Look, I'll go first.
What if we met in an ordinary coffee shop? And I walk in, expecting nothing new, but then you're there, sitting by the window, playing with your flowing yellow hair, and I can't help but stare. I'd walk over and make some excuse to sit with you, and then maybe I'd buy a drink for us to share with extremely long straws. We would laugh and talk for hours, which would sound something like this. Oh, really? What? And we wouldn't stop until our hearts could fill no more.
What is happening right now? I don't even know what he looks like, but I've never been so sure how I feel. This is real, and I don't care what he plans to steal.
'Cause you're my robbery. You stole my heart from me, and in this fantasy we can both be free from the things that hold us back and impact our love's trajectory. It's just you and me, so let's stay here forever and never return to reality. 'Cause you're my robbery.
What if we went on an ordinary first date, where it's somewhere normal people go?
How about the movies, or a picnic in the park? Oh, how normal we would seem. The dream.
And then one day we would go and get married, and we'd move somewhere where the country isn't fucked.
We'd buy an ordinary dog.
Find
an ordinary
dog. Well, then which one do you want?
Honestly, neither. I hate animals.
Oh, really? Thank God, so do I.
I just
I
said
just
it
said it
'cause
because
you
you
might
might
not
not
want
want kids.
kids.
Oh my
God.
God.
But how long can this last for? You have literally just met her. You always lead with your heart and not your head. But that being said, I think this time they both agree. 'Cause you're my robbery. You stole my heart from me, and in this fantasy we can both be free
from the things that hold us back and impact our love's trajectory. It's just you and me, so let's stay here forever and never return to reality.
'Cause you're my robbery. We would live in a house that we bought legally in a small village just by the sea. We'd measure our children by the doorframe of the kitchen and invite their friends round for tea. We'd run the PTA, and at the end of the day we would get drunk on cheap wine.
Oh, we'd argue
you actually, but I'd always remind you of what will always be true. I love you, even though I just met you.
And being bound to no one but us. Our love would rise and fall, be sweet and sour, but it would never grow stale.
It is so strange
How we can see
so perfectly
what our life would be.
Could this ever be a reality? 'Cause I'll never retrieve what you stole from me. 'Cause you're my robbery.
Now listen here, young man. I really do not care for your tone, and...
Don't young man me, Grandad!
Back off, pig.
Guys, is this all necessary?
I concur, Matthew. You have our demands. If you wish for us to release the hostages, then you will meet them.
We've been over this. Your demands are ridiculous.
Well, that sounds like your problem and not ours.
Listen. It would be better for you all if you give up and release the hostages now. We have you all surrounded. You have nothing, no advantage. I mean, don't you realise you are doomed?
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah, we have loads of hostages.
Well, we have sniffer dogs.
Well, we have firearms.
Yeah, well, we have SWAT teams.
Yeah, well, we have lunatics and experienced criminals.
Yeah, well, we have an inside man.
I'm back. Oh, fuck. A lot has happened since my last report. In a shocking turn of events, the police have revealed to the robbers that they have an inside man working undercover inside their crew. The robbers, for their part, have issued their demands, which seem fairly straightforward. Oh, and there's a budding romance between Scotty and Sergeant Bobby. Personally, I think he's punching above his weight, but it's a musical, so you'll just have to suspend your disbelief. There was also a mention of sniffer dogs, but we don't have any actual dogs. Sorry, industry's on its knees, you know. Anyway, this is the part where we would have had an interval if we were a main show. Would have worked really nicely too. Ended on the inside man reveal, all nice and dramatic like. Instead, we're going to go to our correspondent, Laura Copperberg, for an inside scoop.
Thank you, Sam. I can report that tensions are rising within the bank, as the robbers are all now aware that one of their number has something to hide. Although we are still unaware of the identity of the undercover police officer, this has not stopped the criminals from making unfounded accusations of one another. We believe that this undercover individual may be responsible for alerting the police, explaining their arrival despite the disarming of the alarms. It is reasonable to think that his heightened tensions could make members of the crew erratic and aggressive, as I can confirm that several lives of hostages have already been threatened. I am joined now by a fellow hostage who, I believe, already has history with some of the robbers. Greta, good afternoon.
Hello, dearie. My, you look smart. Will this be going out on the wireless or the television?
This is going live. How does we speak?
Oh, marvellous. Does my hair look all right? I remember I was only on television once before, in 1983. Or was it 1982? Oh, I can't remember. It was when that horrible Thatcher woman was in number 10. Oh, I despise that woman. You know, my Wilfred couldn't get a job the entire time she was Prime Minister. Oh,
I remember it was in 1982 because it was when I started having my dodgy hip.
Yes, Mrs. Fleck, I...
Ms.?
Sorry, Miss Fleck. I was wondering if you could tell us about your relationship with the bank robbers.
Oh, well, it was a lot better this morning, I can tell you that. Ever since he was little, my Scotty hasn't been able to help himself. And now he's only gone and got his sister wrapped up in it as well. I mean, of course, during the war, we always would have to...
Do you mean to say that the two of the robbers are your own children?
In a sense, I suppose. Although their father is no longer in the picture. My Wilfred, he passed away around 8 years ago? Or was it 9?
I'm terribly sorry, but I think that's all we've got time for. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Laura. That was Laura Kopperberg with Greta Fleck, mother of 2 of the bank robbers and hostage of Garfunkel's bank. We take you now to the police, who are getting increasingly frustrated with their lack of progress.
How could you be so stupid?
Oh, I had it all under control.
You told them we had an inside man. Why would you do that? You've probably blown Matt's cover.
Well, but maybe they'll think I was bluffing.
Bluffing? Why would they think that? Thanks to you, we now have an undercover cop trapped inside a bank with a group of paranoid bank robbers.
I
You completely lost your cool, and now Matt's in danger.
Oh, I'm sure Matt will be fine. I mean, I once saw him watch The Lion King without crying. Anyway, if he couldn't handle this kind of pressure, he wouldn't have volunteered for the job in the first place. Although, come to think of it, maybe you should have volunteered for the undercover op. You certainly seem to be gaining their trust and developing relationships like they always told us to in the academy.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing. I'm just saying that you and that robber guy were looking a bit unprofessional.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was just trying to get information out of Scotty. I wasn't doing anything unprofessional.
Yes, you were. I just hope you'll be willing to lock him up when the time comes.
I mean, the thought had crossed my mind, but I think he's a sensitive type, so he probably wouldn't be into that.
Ew! No, that is not what I was talking about.
Insolent pair of insufferable idiots!
Oh no.
You calamitous couple of excruciating cretins!
Oh shit.
You two twisted, terrible, untrustworthy twats!
We're
fucked.
Ladies and gentlemen, make way for the one, the only Police Chief Angela Garfunkel!
Oh, thank you very much. Amber, take note. My next entrance needs to be much bigger.
Yes, boss. And where is my tall, skinny, double caramel frappuccino? I'll go and get it right away, boss. I want it now! Well, what have we here? Would either of you two simpletons care to enlighten me as to why there are still armed, mask-wearing criminals on the premises of my bank?
Well, Ma'am, we've tried to secure the area of the premises.
Perhaps you could also explain to me why we bothered to send the undercover policeman you assured me would prevent any unsavory complications.
Ah, yes. Well, you see, Mom.
Oh, and there is just one last thing I'm struggling to wrap my head around.
What's that, Mom? What's that?
What on earth am I paying you for? If
You cannot foil even one simple bank robbery! If you buffoons don't stop this robbery soon, I will make you wish you had never been born. Your coffee, Mom. Is this soy milk? Yes, boss. I know you don't have real milk. How many times have I told you? I always have coconut milk, you brainless imbecile! I'm sorry, boss. I'll get you another one right away. Oh, forget it. You're clearly incapable of something as catastrophically complex as a coffee order. Just fetch me my things and be quick about it. Yes, boss. Of course, boss. So sorry, boss. And what are you two still doing here? Isn't there, oh, I don't know, a bank robbery for you to be worrying about?
Yes, of course, Mark.
Get out of my sight!
What is it they say about wanting things done properly? I should have known, I suppose. You don't get as wealthy and powerful as I am if you rely on others to do your dirty work. Now, I bet you're all rooting for them, aren't you? Those lovable ruffians and rogues pillaging my property? Well, you shouldn't. They are criminals, after all. Whereas I am simply a self-made woman, carving herself out a slice of the world. And believe me, I'm going to carve out the biggest slice I can.
Since I was a young girl, I've always had a sense of purpose, had a drive, an ambition to survive this cutthroat world of ours. So I set myself the task to be the best, to win the game of life and demolish all the rest. Till I'm all alone at the top of the pedestal, looking down the sight of my reticle, proving that there's only one guarantee. I know I can bank on me, the unspoken queen of society. I know I can bank on me, and my well-deserved notoriety. I'm the only one on which I need to depend, and those who oppose me will break down and bend. Yes, I'll crush you in order to come out on top in the end. You're not my friend. I've tried other ways, but they all end the same. I was left in the dust till epiphany came. To be the best that I can be, I can only bank on me. So on my way to making millions, I've learned some lessons about concessions, about giving to help others keep on living. They always come back begging for more until you're poor. Yuck. Isn't nowadays all about empowerment? To believe in yourself, never let no one else drag you down. I believe I will place myself at the top of the tower and cover you all in my glorious shower. Oh yes, I've made enemies here and there. Did I treat them unfair? Oh wait, I don't care. I'll never give nothing to no one for free. 'cause I can only bank on me. But of course you're welcome to disagree. I know I can bank on me. I bet you can't even find middle C. Ah, that's an E, so you say. I'm smarter than you, just accept it, you know it's true. Not many numbers are higher than my IQ. Okay, you're boring me, time to bring it back to me now. I know I can seem an ambitious narcissist, just desperate to get to the top of Olympus, but honestly, you couldn't be more right, 'cause I know I can bank on me. All together now. Amber.
Jazz hands.
She knows she can bank on her.
Yes, I do.
She's the only one who can set her free. She knows she can bank on her.
It's true. I'm unstoppable, laudable, working at optimal pace. Every obstacle, make all things possible. Nothing is out of my reach, 'cause I leech just to make me rich. I never let anyone stand in my way. There is never a price I'm happy to pay. 'Cause I only bank on me.
Bradley just wants to take over.
He's busy. I'm not inside. I don't know what they're doing. Someone who doesn't have a brain.
Enough! Everyone calm down. This thoughtless illogical blame game will not get us anywhere. So unless anyone feels like fessing up, why don't you all brainstorm a way of getting into that vault while Bradley and I go to that...
Anyone else think it's a bit suspicious that these two always want to work by themselves in total secrecy?
Now, whatever are you implying?
Yeah, Bradley and Georgia can't be cops. They organised this whole job.
Well, what could you two possibly have to discuss that can't be shared with the rest of us?
Leader stuff? Yeah, you wouldn't understand.
And why not, Bradley? Is it because I'm a woman?
Ooh, damn! I think what Bradley was trying to say is that we need some distance. We need some distance to review the situation. We know that we're not spies, but all of you are still suspects.
What do you mean, Georgia? Bradley, surely you don't believe that I'm the inside man?
No, he doesn't. They're just trying to cover for themselves. The pair of them are in it together.
Oh, we couldn't be inside men.
You know, it's rather suspicious that you want everyone to believe it's us. You may as well be covering for yourself.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do here.
Why don't we all just stop and think about this? Isn't the inside man likely to be somebody who stayed quiet and hasn't got involved?
You're right. The spy would not want to do anything to draw attention to themselves or to give themselves away.
So we're looking for someone who has kept quiet and generally stayed out of trouble.
Someone we don't know a lot about.
Someone who hasn't been helpful.
Someone we can't trust. Someone like...
Matt!
Casey! What? Oh, don't try and act surprised.
I am surprised! I thought we were all pretty clearly about to accuse Matt!
We hardly know anything about you, Casey, except you practically begged your brother to be part of the crew.
Matt's been quiet this whole time!
And you lied to us about your abilities.
He didn't even say anything then.
I'm so sorry, Georgia. This is all my fault.
There.
Scotty, what the hell?
always knew she had treachery in her.
Mum!
She was obviously a spy.
Who even are you?
That's enough out of you.
But...
Well, Scotty, I'll take her away with the rest of the hostages.
Yes, Mum.
Now we have a real bargaining chip for when we go back out to negotiate.
I think I'd rather have all my crew members, to be honest.
You okay, old chum?
Yeah, I'm fine, Bradley, thank you. It's just, this isn't how it was supposed to go, I really wanted to sting that bastard.
Who?
Garfunkel.
The police chief?
She also owns the bank.
Well, she also stole everything from me.
What do you mean, Georgia?
Garfunkel and I used to be partners.
What?
A long time ago, before I was a bank robber, I began a banking enterprise with my friend, Angela Garfunkel. Over time, we began to have creative differences, disagreements over things like employment diversity, corporate espionage, dispositions, data confidentiality, things like that. Garfunkel was willing to step on anyone that got in her way of making bigger profits and wasn't concerned about breaking the law to do it. Eventually, it became clear that I was just someone else that she needed to step on in order to satisfy her greed.
What happened?
Well, alongside our bank, she had been pursuing her career in the police force, and eventually she became powerful enough to begin a smear campaign. It was simple, really. She sent detectives to the bank's shareholders with false evidence to back up her ridiculous accusations that I was the Cambridge sheepshagger.
No.
Her false evidence was convincing enough to get them to force me out for the good of the company. I was left with nothing. An outcast. So, I changed my name and have been planning to even the score by robbing her bank ever since.
But why didn't you tell me?
Well, I didn't want anyone to think I might still be partnered with Garfunkel, or that this was all just a personal vendetta, or... Well, the truth is, I'm just ashamed of that part of my life. It's funny. I'm not prouder of being a criminal than I was being part of her cruelty. And the money is just a bonus to me. I really just wanted to see her lose and feel a fraction of the pain she's inflicted on so many others. Honestly, if it wasn't for all of you, I'd just put the wrong code into that vault and burn all of her money.
Whoa, slow down, Georgia. Some of us need that money.
But at the moment, we don't know how to get it out the vault. If we can't have it ourselves, we might as well destroy it to get back at that dastardly villain.
It should only be a last resort. If everyone agrees and we can't get the money for ourselves, let's not let Garfunkel have it.
You can't.
What?
You can't just burn the money in the safe.
Why not?
Because there is no failsafe on the vault that burns all the money. I made that up and used the recording to make you think the vault told you.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that, Matt? Why would you do that?
You know goddamn well why.
Wait, did you call me a lobotomized shitlark?
Tell me, Matt.
Angela.
Say it! Say it!
I'm the inside man.
I can't believe I was so stupid! You betrayed all of us, and after all we've been through, you bastard!
Did you? I can't believe you would break the code line
the whole time.
Ashamed of yourself.
What?
What do you think you are? Do you know who you're working for? You
believe it?
More money than us.
You've made me so angry.
Oh, now I don't.
How can you betray us?
How can it be a cop this whole time?
Honestly, big fat stupid
Fuck you!
Nobody understands the conflict inside my head. I'm trying to uphold the law and do the right thing, but I'm not even sure what that means anymore. I know they're right to judge, I know I would. Perhaps I would change things if I could, but I can't. This is silly, this is not who I am. And yet, it's what's inside the inside man. Myself, I was the kid that packed his own lunch and asked for the homework. I have never set a foot out of place. Always tried to come first in every race. But suddenly the world isn't so black and white. Somehow each party is both wrong and right. But I don't have a choice here. I'm a man of the law, so it doesn't really matter what's inside the inside man. But what if I did have a choice, I mean, a way to play for both sides, a path that runs between the two, a way that I can see things through and still remain an ally to them both. It wouldn't be easy, it'd be risky, but something about it excites my heart. It's pumping out 1,000 miles an hour. I've always wondered what it would be like to not pay a ticket or steal a bike. Could it be? I've always had a bit of bad in me. No, I can't do this, it's quite a lot. I better get out to be a cop. I even use my own name for this undercover op. No, I can do this. I can get through this. I even have a feeling I'll be good at this. I just need to find a way to make the good guys back I pay without, ending up picking up the soap. I finally might be good for something which is honestly hard to believe. I'm off the backbenches and in the game now. Yes, I'm gonna play, and who's to say I won't win the day? I'm gonna be alright, just like I thought I might. This is the right thing to do, this is who I am. So finally, I can say with this neat plan now underway, better fucking work!
And I don't know how you can work for that monster. How can you help her irresponsibly trap the innocent in dodgy loans and dead-end jobs, not to mention prison?
You're right.
What do you mean?
I can't help Garfunkel anymore. I obviously had an idea, but I swear I had no idea of the extent of the terrible things she's done. I want to help you, and I want to hurt her. I can help you get into the vault.
You can?
Garfunkel keeps a code on her in her purse at all times. If we get to Garfunkel, I can get you into the vault and help you escape.
I don't trust him. Every word he's told us has been a fucking lie.
I'm afraid Juliana makes a good point.
What choice do we have, Bradders? Casey, do you think you can get us into the vault?
No.
Well, then what do we have to lose?
Please let me help you. I've got a plan. It's ballsy and I'll need a volunteer, but it might just work.
All right, Matt. Let's hear your plan.
Look at you. Looks like you've finally hit rock bottom, Bobby. I mean, this was supposed to be your big shot. To impress the powers that be. Now look at you. I mean, you look even more miserable than that time you misheard the sergeant and accidentally arrested a toddler. You know, I was always the butt of every joke down at the precinct. Do you know what my old partner used to call me? No? Oh, that's a shame, because I'd love to know. He never spoke to me. And now they've assigned me with Bobby, who is just brilliant. I mean, she probably didn't even cheat on the sergeant's exam or use her badge to cut the line at Sainsbury's. No. You see, I'm just trying so hard not to screw this up, but it's kind of what I do. I mean, I've never had to operate under this kind of pressure before. And the whole thing is spiralling out of control. I mean, we haven't made any headway with the hostages. I mean, I've no idea who the robbers are. And Matt hasn't got back in touch with me ever since I potentially blew his cover. Oh. As usual, I'm well on my way to ruining everything. I'm a disgrace. I'm sure Bobby will know what to do, though. Yeah. Bobby will know what to do. Why? She's such a professional.
Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Did you see that Scotty guy? He is so sweet. I mean, like, I know he's a big, strong, handsome, hardened criminal. Oh, but he has such a warm, gooey centre. I know he doesn't really want to be a bank robber. He's just being pressured into it by his friends. I mean, how many people will become a criminal just to avoid letting their friends down? What a heart of gold!
What if I have to arrest him? Are you sure he'll be fine with it? I've definitely been on worse first dates. I just need to figure out how to get him off, that's all. Oh no! Not like that! Oh, do you know what I mean? He's so dreamy. I know we're meant to be together. Just the thought of seeing him again is giving me butterflies.
I've never felt this way. I've never been so scared. I've waited for so long to have a chance like this. If I make one wrong move, I lose everything. I really need a win right now. Could be my first big break. Show them what I can do.
Never even seen his face.
I finally beat someone who
he treats me with respect.
I now hold the reins. I choose away. But the problem is I don't know how to drive. My stomach is filled with butterflies.
I waited for so long to find my special someone. I never thought I'd have to drag them away in handcuffs, although I know this is quite strange, a therapist's field day, but I want to return to the fantasy where this is all okay, 'cause he's my
Robberies attract attention from all over. Perhaps I'll end up on Daybreak on ITV. Set the ball low. Maybe this isn't about the extra exposure. I just want to be seen. For whom I am fine. But who am I kidding? I'm Mr. Oopsie Daisy.
Not playing with daisies
Just call
anymore.
me 2020.
Sad how
'Cause I make all things just that much worse.
But imagine, just be random, that everything worked out okay. I would take hold the reins, I would take all my aims, I would realize my dreams. When although it's unlikely this can actually happen, I just need to buck up and finally flatten the pattern of thinking I can't have the good things that look at this
might
way.
actually happen to me. I am suddenly wonderfully filled with butter, filled with butter, filled with butterflies. Oh, problem with having a dream, don't you see, is that drowning is quite the
want to take this chance, even if I fail.
But what if I do fail?
What if he's in jail?
What do I do then? What if I'm not good enough? I guess we'll just have to see.
Oh, my stomach is filled with butter, filled with butter, filled with butter. Nice.
Bobby!
What is it?
It's Matt. He's trying to contact us. Matt, come in. Can you hear me?
Yes, I read you, Bobby.
He's okay. Okay, Matt, report. What's going on in there?
Everything is clear. Cover is still intact. They suspected one of the other robbers, the one called Juliana, was the inside man.
That's wonderful news. Wonderful news.
As a result, they are willing to hand over Juliana as a goodwill gesture to begin reopening negotiations. I strongly suggest that when Juliana comes out, you do not arrest her. Treat her as though she's one of us, or my cover will be blown. I'll escort her out myself and then hand her over to you so you can watch her over the whole time, but do not arrest her. Not yet, anyway.
That's genius, Matt. Don't worry, we'll keep an eye on her.
Great work, Matt. Great work.
The robbers will be in touch shortly to organise the swap. I'll see you soon.
Right you are, Matt. Over and out. Bobby, this is brilliant. Thanks to Matt, we are finally making progress. You know, we're about to have one of the robbers in custody and reopen negotiations. It's so nice to finally have the upper hand.
I don't like it.
Well, what's not to like? I mean, Matt's got them right where we want them.
Yeah, but if they thought they'd discovered that this Juliana was our undercover officer, why would they just hand her over?
Well, like Matt said, it's a goodwill gesture because they want to negotiate, you see. They must be getting rattled in there. Imagine it. Getting nowhere in the bank, intimidating police officers outside. I think they just want all of this to be over, you know. We're finally making promotion-worthy progress.
Promotion-worthy progress? You really think that if by some miracle we get a result from this, they're going to give you a promotion?
Well, I mean, it can't hurt, can it? It's a dashingly handsome, heroic police officer foils dastardly bank robbery. Not bad on the CV, is it?
You don't put dashingly handsome on a CV.
Well, I consider it a special skill.
Skill or not, it won't be enough to win you a promotion. You know how corrupt the police force is ever since Garfunkel took over. Besides, you should be focusing on the task at hand.
Oh, what, like you are? Because from where I'm standing, it seems like you're more concerned with flirting than foiling the enemy.
Hey, you have no idea.
Attention, police officers. We have discovered your inside man. Don't worry, she hasn't been harmed, and we are willing to hand her over to you as a gesture of good faith as we want to reopen negotiations.
This is brilliant. It's all just like Matt said. We welcome your return of our officer and look forward to putting, what should I say? Putting an end to this whole affair. You may send him, you may send her out now.
Guys, you're making a mistake. I'm not the inside man. I mean, I can be. I'm not even a man. And the real inside man must still be in there. I mean, I bet it's Casey. I mean, we can't trust her, you know? And I'm not the inside...
Quiet! You police scumbag.
But I'm not the inside man.
That is exactly what an inside man would say. Oh, Sergeants Bobby and Bobbi, oh, how wonderful to see you again. Oh,
I feel we may have got off on the wrong foot the first time we met, but actually, you know, it's really nice to just see you again.
Oh, where's Scotty? Is he okay?
Bobby.
I mean, why, yes, Scotty's absolutely fine, but why would you ask? You haven't done anything to him, have you?
No? Not yet, anyway.
Well, we are most grateful that you've returned our police officer to us unharmed.
I'm not the inside man.
Okay, listen, you don't have to pretend anymore, Juliet.
Juliana.
I mean, Juliana.
It's great to have you back, Juliana. We were so worried about you.
Yeah. Anyway, we welcome this sensible development of, well, in the direction of, rather, negotiation. Would you like to turn over some of the hostages at all? Something like that?
No, not yet, actually. I mean, we would like to continue negotiating inside the bank. We don't like it out here where all of your little patrolmen can have a pop at us whenever they want.
They won't do anything stupid if you don't.
Look, if you released some hostages, we would be happy to send a hostage negotiator in with you.
Now, you see, we could release a hostage or two, you know, just to keep the old ball rolling. But we don't want any old hostage negotiator coming in, no. Because you could prep him with the little special bugs and all that equipment and stuff like that.
We will only release a hostage if the two of you come with us right now.
That's ridiculous. One of the sergeants must always stay on the outside to coordinate our response.
I can do it.
What?
Well, like you say, now that my cover is blown, there's no point pretending. I can coordinate the response from the outside.
No, you can't.
Why not?
Well, because you can't.
Why don't Sergeant Juliana and I go back in with you? That way you can still have two hostage negotiators on the inside.
We do not want that treacherous snake to come near us ever again. No, it has to be the two of you, or the negotiation stops right here, and we shall not be releasing any hostages. You know, I warn you, those hostages are currently sat inside the bank with some very unsavoury individuals, and I cannot make any guarantees for their safety if they're left alone for too long. Yeah.
But we can't!
Why not?
I don't know.
Wait.
Okay, all right. Okay. Sergeant Bobby and I will come back inside the bank with you. But in order to guarantee our safety on the inside, we will require an assurance. Yes. We want him to stay out here with our officers so that we know nothing will happen to us on the inside.
Preposterous. There's absolutely no way we'd ever...
It's all right, Bradley. We all want this situation to be resolved peacefully. I will stay outside with the traitor and the cops while these two are inside.
Are you absolutely sure, Matthew?
Yeah, they're only cops. What's the worst they can do?
Yeah, all right. You two, come with me. Now.
Oh, okay, I think they bought it.
I don't know how you do this.
Honestly. Oh, you did great. Now we've just got to wait for the guys inside to do their part, and we can move on to the next stage of the plan.
Oh, excellent.
Georgia?
What, Scotty?
Me and Casey were thinking...
Since the plan requires us to release at least one hostage...
We were thinking that maybe you could let our mum go?
You really don't need to go to any trouble.
Yes, we can release your mum.
Oh, yay!
Thank
you, Georgia. Thank you.
Such a pain.
Mum.
Mum.
Quiet, everyone. They're coming. Okay, everyone remember, stick to the plan.
Look alive, everyone. We have company.
Ah, yes. Sergeant Bobby. We've been expecting you.
You literally demanded they come here.
Bobby! I'm so glad you're okay. I was so worried about you.
It's so wonderful to see you again.
When did this happen?
It was a few scenes ago.
They had their own song and everything.
Bobby, get over here.
Oh, Scotty, over here.
Sorry, Georgia.
Bingo! Bingo! Bradley, Juliana, Scotty, Casey, and Georgia. That's the names of all the bank robbers. I've got them all.
You don't need to pretend about Juliana anymore. And aren't you forgetting someone?
Oh, shit. Of course, yes, Matt, not Juliana, because Matt is a bank robber and Juliana is a police officer, as we all now know. So there's no need to pretend otherwise, because that would just be ridiculous and it would be incorrect as well. Anyway, we were very glad to hear that you wanted to reopen negotiations.
Yeah, you said you would release a hostage if we came inside?
Yes, we did.
Can we please release Mummy?
Greta can leave, and I will leave with her. My first demand is that I want some one-on-one time with Police Chief Garfunkel.
Don't think that will be necessary.
No, go on. I mean, if she really wants to see Garfunkel, why don't we just let her?
Well, she's the highest ranking police officer in this area. I mean, we can't just allow criminals to demand unsupervised interviews with her, can we?
I'm sure this Miss Garfunkel can take care of herself.
I'm afraid it's against our code. One of us will have to come outside with you to supervise.
What about Officer Juliana?
What?
Officer Juliana is already directing the perimeter. She can accompany Georgia for her little chat with your supervisor.
But no.
Yes, and that way we both have our top negotiators in here. And you can save another hostage by letting me go in there under the supervision of your fellow officer.
But we can't.
Yes, we can. We will leave them in the capable hands of our inside man, who is now outside the bank, leading the perimeter rather than acting on the inside.
Oh, you mean... Fine, silly me. You can go out and see Garfunkel if you want, but we want you to release another hostage.
I would be a great choice.
Done.
Come along, you two.
Yes, sure thing.
Hey, how come he gets to go?
What happened to releasing women and children first?
I'm sure we could get to work making some children if that makes you feel better.
Okay.
Bobby, radio the police chief and tell her to come to the bank cordial.
Sure. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Well, I think this is a good start. Thank you, by the way, for releasing some of the hostages.
Not at all. Thank you for agreeing to George's demand.
Our first demand.
Casey, our first demand.
Surely you must realise this is over. Why don't you just, I don't know, release the hostages and turn yourselves in, say?
Oh, that sounds like a wonderful idea.
Isn't it just?
Because we still have a few cards up our sleeve.
Scotty, show them we mean business.
Oh. Hey, is that really necessary?
Are you interested in listening to our demands?
Yes, yes, I am. I'm incredibly interested. I'll do anything you say. Let's just not get violent, okay? Let's calm down. Nobody needs to get hurt.
There are several things that we want.
First is a way into the vault.
The second is a way out of the bank.
The third is a warm hug. What? It's been a while.
Now sit down, shut up and listen here, young man. We're past negotiations, we've got new demands. We don't want funny business, we want compromise on what we need.
Well, hang on.
If you have any sense and you'll do as we say, 'cause you won't like us if we don't get our own way. If you have any mercy for the hostages, open your ears.
Well, I am listening. I just think that maybe...
Give us the money or we'll start getting mean.
That's not really necessary.
We need an exit plan to a getaway van so we can flee from this crime scene.
Yes, I'm sure we can organise transport for you.
Now I can see that you begin to understand how this negotiation will be brought about. We'll tell you what we want, reciprocate at once, or they will pay.
Please just do what he says. The cash and van are important, of course, but to save the hostages, we need some more. You want to save the day, I want to take away toilet rolls. What? They're like gold dust now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I want 2 chicken biryani with garlic naan. What else? We'll have a seafood sauce with some masala sauce and a couple of papadums.
You completely forgot your side roll.
For the first time in my life, I have a brand new perspective. These demands have proved that all I ever wanted is right here, plus a curry and a beer.
Oh, this is ridiculous!
You're my
You're probably gonna want a pen and pad. I want the Cinderella suite at Disneyland. I'm suspending money for some lightsabers and Star Wars World.
You are completely mad!
Gonna use the Force like a brand new Jedi soldier. And at the gift shop I'll get myself a life-size baby Yoda. I want a husky puppy with a button nose, Timberlake trainers and some Haribos, a Beverly mansion for all my hoes, a grand piano.
No! I can't take no more. You want to get inside that door. You want the code. It's 24601.
Goodness gracious me!
I was only kidding. That's not really the code at all.
Bullshit.
Oh, well. Hold on. It's Garfunkel. She says we need to all get out right now.
Welcome back. I must interrupt this musical for my final scheduled news bulletin. It seems as though the robbers at Garfunkel's bank are on the cusp of breakthrough, as Police Sergeant Bobby has revealed the code to the bank vault in an act of sheer frustration and blatant copyright infringement. We will take you now to the scenes which unfolded outside the bank during the negotiations of the previous scene in order to shed some light on the reason for Garfunkel's radio and reveal whether Matt Demand's crafty plan of espionage has paid off. Will our brave hero succeed in besting Garfunkel, even though she holds the dual positions of bank owner and police chief? Kind of positions you can only get through rich parents or lazy writing. Or will the noble police vanquish the criminals or win a victory for their despicable boss? For now, that's all from me. So this is the Anchorman, signing off.
Ow, that's really tight.
I'm sorry, but these handcuffs have got to be convincing if we're going to fool Garfunkel. Besides, you've got the keys so you can get out of them any time. You just have to play possum for a bit and make sure you get close enough to get that recording.
And you're sure that Garfunkel will want to arrest me herself?
Trust me, she's obsessed with her arrest numbers. She's so fixated on trying to get the best arrest record in the country. She'll arrest bystanders, fire policemen challenging her figures, or, such as in this case, claim someone else's arrest for herself.
What a bitch!
You have no idea.
Georgia!
Did it work?
So far, so good. Bradley, Scotty and Casey are buying us some time inside, so it's up to us now to get Garfunkel. They radioed for her to come in the back courtyard, so she should be here any minute now.
Do you know how you're going to play this?
I'm still working on it.
Oh, you better hurry up. I think she's coming.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Who's this?
it's the moment you've all been waiting for.
This is Amber. She's one of Garfunkel's lackeys.
She's the baddest, brightest, most brutish cat in town.
Oh, Amber. Still working under Garfunkel's thumb, I see.
The one and only Angela Garfunkel.
Thank you, Amber. Much better. Now shut up.
Garfunkel.
Simon.
Actually, it's Clooney now.
Oh, is it really? I knew I'd taken all your money, reputation, and self-worth, but I didn't know I'd driven you to the point of changing your name.
I was ashamed. I didn't want anyone to know I had anything to do with Simon and Garfunkel's bank. And you shouldn't either.
The only thing you should be ashamed of is your sheep-shagging reputation. Besides, Simon and Garfunkel's is a relic of the past, crippled by short-sightedness and morality. Without you, I have transformed it into something far superior and totally unrecognizable.
You corrupted my dreams of wanting to create a bank that helped people. A dream that I thought you shared.
Oh, I always shared your dream of helping people, Simon. I just had one specific person in mind.
My name is Georgia Clooney.
Of course it is. Oh, you're so adorable. While we're on the topic of names, why don't you introduce me to your friends? You must be Officer DeMann.
Yes, ma'am.
I understand you've been working undercover.
Yes, I am.
Good. Well, if you ever fancy a career change, come and work in one of my banks. We're always looking for people willing to lie through their teeth. And who might you be?
Oh, her name is Juliana Robinson, and there's a million things she hasn't done, but she is one of the member of the crew robbing a bank.
Ah, fish in a barrel. I'll be arresting this one, thank you. Just assume I've read you your rights, etc. Nobody will believe you if you tell them I didn't. It will be such a shame for a pretty thing like you to end up in prison.
Back off, Garfunkel.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. It's down to you whether she ends up in prison or the morgue. Charming.
You're so pathetic. You always were a cur, but now you've reached a low. So far below where I thought you could go. It's so sad to see that you believe you matter at all. It's pathetic. But it's so expected. You couldn't even operate the register. When asked to make a choice, you would freeze and defer to me. Don't you see what that means? It means you're pathetic. You were terrible at business, and you're somehow worse at this. Just give it up, Simon, or Clooney, whatever your name is. You can't win this, you realize you'll end up in a ditch. So just come with me, we'll make things easy.
You bitch! Oh, I'm pathetic. I'm not the one who was afraid of human contact, who wouldn't show her face until the last act of a deal where you'd steal the recognition from me. No, that was you. Oh, but I'm pathetic. You just climb and don't care who you step on. A tower of broken fingers lie beneath you, but you clearly don't care about that. So let's change tact. As I recall, you're the one who slept with all her toys. You wanna fight, let's do it right and start to make some noise. I know all your secrets, so let's get comfortable for a while. We'll mention the one about your mole. Oops, this is war.
You want to play that way? Fine! First of all, can we address the way you dress? Cause it's a mess. The plain black thing you're wearing sums you up.
Well, at least I don't have to compensate for the lack of personality under that cape. You're the broken record no one wants to hear.
Well, you drug less than a granny on morphine.
Well, at least I don't still pick my nose clean.
I don't do that anymore.
Okay, if you're sure. How's the hairline coming along?
You're a child in adult clothing.
Well, at least I actually left diapers before I was 13.
Your mother always loved me more, but then again, that wasn't her.
At least I've actually seen the Star Wars films.
You're an irritant.
You're arrogant.
Embarrassment.
Irrelevant. It's weird. You always said to me your temperament was excellent. You seem annoyed.
I'm not annoyed.
Well, are you sure? Cause
this is stupid. Enough. Enough. You just want what I have. I've the money, the power, control. That's why it was so easy to put you in a hole. All it took was some bribery, and who would suspect me? I'm the law. I set the score. And once you were gone, I could do the things I wanted to do. The embezzlement was just the start of life without you. I cut through the red tape because it was my tape. My wealth grew to new heights. Human rights had rewrites. No one could stop me, and all of this proves I'm the only one on which I need to depend. And those who oppose me will break down and bend. Yes, I'll crush you in order to come out on top in the end. I don't need friends. I've tried other ways, but they all end the same. I was lost in the dust till epiphany came. To be the best that I can be, I can only be.
he might have got her.
You're not going to get away with this, Garfunkel. You can't just abuse your power and break the law and think no one will notice. And we're going to make sure you get what you deserve.
Why, it's your word against mine, Simon. Chief of police versus common criminal. Who do you think they'll believe?
Actually, as chief of police, you must understand the value of a confession.
What?
Well, I'm sure the courts would love to hear that
Human rights had rewrites.
You, demand! You did this! Why wasn't you properly restrained?
My job is to uphold the law, ma'am, even from those who wield it.
It's over, Angela. We have the moral high ground. Why don't you call off your dogs?
Over? Do you know who I am? Do you have any idea how powerful I am? Not as powerful as the truth.
Those are good cops in there. They're more committed to the law than they are to you. You'll see.
You have no idea what I'm capable of. No idea what I've achieved. I created the most successful bank this country has ever seen. I'm untouchable now. I've never let anyone stand in my way, and I'm not about to start now with you, DeMann, or you, Juliana Robinson. And I will certainly not lose to you, Simon. You always were far too soft, letting your principles get in the way of profits. We were bankers, for goodness sakes. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Delete that recording, or God help me, I will do what I should have done years ago, and replace Georgia's Boy Scout preaching with the sound of silence.
Do it, Juliana.
I don't have a shot.
Say your prayers, Simon. Heaven holds a place for those who pray.
You can't do this.
You, gun on the floor. You, delete the recording.
She's bluffing. She can't just shoot her.
Georgia is an armed criminal.
He's right. If I shoot her, they'll probably give me another medal. Now delete the recording.
Don't listen to her.
Okay. Just don't shoot.
Juliana, no.
Okay. It's done now.
Put the gun down, Garfunkel.
Dare you give orders to me? Either of you. The insolence. Sergeant Bobby, I have succeeded where you could not. I have detained the leader of this band of criminals. Arrest those inside. Tell them if they don't come out, I'll start shooting their crewmates until they cooperate. Oh, I don't care about the hostages. Just bring the delinquents out here. Now! You thought you were so smart, didn't you? You really thought you could beat me with a recording? Sergeants, delinquents, did you have any idea who you were messing with? I am unstoppable.
Where's it, Fleck? MI5. I've been trailing this son of a bitch for months, and she's finally given me all I need to put her away.
Mom?
We at MI5 have had our suspicions about Miss Garfunkel for years. This confession is the cherry on top of a substantial case we already have on her.
What is going on?
Sergeants, arrest this woman.
You'll do no such thing. Amber, do something.
Amber, it's over. You don't have to do what she says anymore.
Do as I say.
Do the right thing, Amber. Just walk away.
I surrender.
You do no such thing. You answer to me. You all answer to me.
You lose, Angela.
Take her away.
Shoot the house! Mum, what are you doing?
Saving the day by the looks of it, Casey. You know, we may have broken every code I know, but at least we apprehended that villain.
Bradley's right. We couldn't have done it without you, Miss Flack. Thank you.
You're my hero.
Oh, don't mention it. I was only doing my job. I've always liked undercover work. Women often get overlooked. It really does make us wonderful spies, although, speaking of, what happened to that other young lady?
Where's Juliana?
Oh, the money. Oh, I bet she's gone back for that vault.
There's only one way to find out. Follow her.
Let's see if Matt was right about this. No. Fuck! There's
Nothing there?
You lied to us.
Well, in my defence, that is my job.
You never were going to help us get that money, were you?
No. I wanted to be Garfunkel when I found out what she'd done, but I still wasn't willing to help you to break the law and steal the money.
That doesn't matter. You're too late. We got the code out, the policeman. Juliana, it's 24601.
Sure, we can't get away with that.
What's she doing?
What does it look like I'm doing? The cops are distracted and there's money here for the taking.
Sweet marmalade.
That's like at least £100.
I mean, what do you say, Georgia? Juliana's right. There are no cops about.
Actually, that's not strictly true.
Matt.
I can't let you take that money.
But I thought you were on our side.
I'm on the side of doing what's right. I'm glad we got Garfunkel, but I can't let you take that money.
I need this money, Matt. You don't understand.
I mean, it is Garfunkel's money. Surely stealing from a woman like that shouldn't be a crime.
Except it's not Garfunkel's money. That money belongs to the customers of Garfunkel's bank, and knowing Garfunkel, I'm sure it's tied up in contracts with no insurance.
What do you mean, Georgia?
She means that if you take that money, you're effectively stealing from hundreds and thousands of innocent people, totally undermining everything you've done today.
We were never doing this for charity, Georgia.
We'll have to try and find a way to get it from Garfunkel in a different way, through the courts or something, but we can't do it like this. Can we, Matt?
No, you can't. I'm afraid all of you have a choice to make. As it happens, I am still a police officer, and it is still my duty to uphold the law. If any one of you touches a single banknote in that vault, I will arrest you and turn you over to the officers outside. If you don't, however, based on your assistance in helping to arrest a major criminal, I can help you get out of here in one piece and drop any charges against you. It's your decision.
I've done what I came here to do. I'm with you, Matt.
I am too. Looks like you get to be our getaway driver after all.
Yeah, and like I just really want to be involved.
Juliana.
Let's get out of here.
Casey!
And there we have it, folks. Our merry play concluded. Good conquered evil, love triumphed, and all lived happily ever after. Our nefarious villain, Angela Garfunkel, was found guilty on multiple counts of fraud, financial misconduct, abuse of power. To be honest, she was found guilty of an awful lot of things, and sentenced to an awful lot of time in jail as a result. Her personal assistant, Amber Alert, on the other hand, was found innocent, as it was deemed that she'd been forced to act as Garfunkel's accomplice against her will. Instead, Amber went to work for Sergeant Bobby, with a Y, who had been promoted to the now vacant position of police chief, as it was deemed that he'd handled the robbery very well, as no money had been taken. His partner, Sergeant Bobby, settled down with Scotty Fleck in a small cottage in Cheshire. The two of them run a little bakery together, and they're expecting their firstborn next month. Scotty's younger sister, Casey, retrained as a teaching assistant, as she thought that her distinct lack of intelligence would make her very approachable to young minds. She was, of course, terrible at her job, absolutely terrible, and was repeatedly fired for incompetence until she came across one particular headmaster who was willing to overlook any violations of the school's code of conduct. Greta Fleck remained in her position in MI5, tracking down high-priority criminals and through undercover work, and was joined by 2 new agents who had proved their own undercover abilities. Georgia Gloomy devoted her time to using the law to redistribute the ill-gotten gains of her former partner through a charity she set up, designed to provide compensation to the victims of Garfunkel's cruelty, such as the hostages of the bank who were all returned to their families and loved ones safe and sound. And that's that. We finally got a happy ending. Seemed a bit touch and go there for a while, but it all worked out at the end. I've been your host. Thank you for joining us for what turned out to be
a blowjob.
Back to center. Getting ready for your hands.
Oh no, my ukulele. Shit.
Job.
You were supposed to pick red coat. Fuck. We need to break the code, but keep the code intact. But no, this is
Right.
Oh, cunt. You, what? How can you?
Fucking, I'm going to murder ye. I can't murder you, you're a phone. Fuck.
Can I do it again?
She might be spottable. Oh, fuck's sake.
Ow.
One and left. Down in one and left. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god. Little 2, 3, 4. Little breathe. Down in one and left. And yes, we're gonna get it this time. I've got a good feeling. Or not, maybe, I don't know.
Have we all lost it, I think?
Oh.